morning, good afternoon, and good evening, whenever and wherever you are. And welcome back to the Beta Plans. We return to the Motherland in the After the End Total Conversion mod. And as you can see, we have a new Empress. We finally have an Empress that isn't 30 or older. We are playing as 26-year-old Galena. Actually, we were playing already her as quite a while because she was, well, she came to the throne in April. However, the council is against me and I can't do a darn thing. I cannot declare war or what have you not, and I've been handling all these raiders and I didn't want you to hear me rant and rave about, well, facts like that there are more raiders exactly than these countries have combined in men, and I'm getting a little silly about it. And, well, other matters of state, and I didn't want to bore you with putting people in council and what have you not. And despite that, still having the council against me. But what I did also do is a vision quest, and I had the vision of my strong companions as we rode on our horses, our hoofs like rolling thunder, and a lone person passing me on the trail in the darkness. Despite not saying a word, there was a kinship, and I knew a fire would be waiting for me somewhere in the dark. And I could choose that wolf had chosen me, and so have I done. The wolf totem. The loyal wolf is your totem. And what I mean by chosen is how I interpreted my dreams. Wolf is a skilled warrior, but he knows that his strength is multiplied when aided by powerful allies. The wolf builds strong relationship with his friends. Those outside the pack find he has a vicious streak, especially those who views as prey. Well, I'm actually quite keen on that. My life path has been chosen. Could become brave, gregarious, or cruel. I could say I will accept some guidance, still the same things, but I will now gain less martial. Or I can say my destiny is my own to choose. I'm going to go completely with wolf. And, of course, I became cruel. I actually already... No, I got all of them. I got all of them. I got brave, gregarious, and cruel. Alright. And we lost greenness. I took the, well... the ambition to lose greenness, and we did so. On top of that, well, as you can see, my heir currently is my aunt, and then her daughter, who has 2 boys, and then so probably this daughter, and this is not a daughter I want. Frail and dull. Oof, and an indulgent wastrel. She isn't too bad. It could be worse, but could be better. I hope for a daughter with this guy, because, well, his father is the Celestial Empire. Sorry, the Celestial Emperor of the Celestial Empire of California. And, well, currently his son, because we do now have a son, well, he won't inherit, because we are agnetic only. Females only. So we have to hope that we can get a son with him. We certainly have this chance, though. I'm 26. I have rejected, actually, some, seduction appeal. I have wised it up a little bit, and I've done groom for now, so I have got another bonus to, well, my fertility. And I say, no, of course I wanted to stop myself, as, well, rejecting seduction attempts doesn't help actually with fertility. So I was kind of using the wrong words there. In other words, my uncle had a significant luck. He was sieging a Grant, and the AI did the same dumping in the text from Franklin to Grant across the river, and though they were actually nearly 2-1, they lost. They just barely lost. But this man, he is just too honorable and is trying to fight every freaking raider and constantly losing army. He should have won this war a long time ago. But, well, he hasn't, because he's losing his army to raiders. If they aren't attacking him because he's sieging on the riverbanks, then it is because they are random. He goes to chase after them, which also isn't very good. He doesn't really like me. In fact, as you can see here, the council disapproves of me, and therefore we have a bit of a problem. In fact, the council has had a person on it that, well, bought favors of other people. And that is causing some issues, because if I want to declare a holy war for Portlandia, for instance, well, this lady is malcontent, and they are returning favors to somebody who isn't in the council anymore. I didn't even know, by the way, that she was malcontent. My core chaplain. I'm gonna replace her then, because she hasn't got a high position, and I know why she is a little bit upset with me. I had a consumerist. I have a consumerist, actually. Currently around in court, and I wanted to get an old war relic, so I gave him privileges and what have you not, and he tried to well, persuade me to become consumerist. I've said no to that, but I haven't got an old world item. So next time that event happens, I'm gonna kick his sorry little ass out of the corner. I think I'm gonna keep my core champion because of that, because insulted, it's not gonna last forever, I assume. And the next best person is only as a 10, but you know what? What we could do is invite a holy man to court. We do not have perfect purity, but we may have enough purity to get something better. 12, come on. I kind of would like a 14 or so for that to be viable. 3 more times. If we do not get it, we won't replace her. Alice sounded actually like a woman. But it isn't, because it's a man. But 18 is higher than her. You are my new court chaplain. And you will handle Bunf, hopefully. That should change. My council are also around. Yep, that's a glory hound. Not a loyalist, unfortunately, but a glory hound. Oh, that's already better. So, this war, can we declare it now? Yes, we can. Thank you, Portlandia. He does call in the triple duke over here, so we will be fighting a lot, but I think it's worth it. Because I am being raided constantly, and I am losing my bloody mind because of that. And that is not what I want. I want my mind to be my own. So let's just make sure that it will be on my own, and thus I will attack. Thank you very much. Do not call up these troops. Do not call up these troops. They are going to be dead in the water. Right there. Alright, I wish I had a fast load button for... well, you already have high speed, but that's not the speed in which we will quickly get these troops over here. And I am putting in a pause because I do want these people to arrive at about the same time. And I won't be calling my own troops because... well, actually I will. We're just gonna have to suffer the money problem. The fact of the matter is that, well, my retinue and son has also been fighting raiders and suffered at a certain point attrition as it came all the way from here in the far east and well, went through a canyon where apparently, despite it being in my own lands, it can only hold 2/3 of my retinue army. Could only hold 3,000 and thus some died out of hunger. Oops. That would be a big oops. Alright then. But we will probably need all the men as we are going to be quite aggressive in this war, so let us get out there and you know what, let's immediately start the siege. Let's not be all boring and just have people walking around. Let's do something about this. And yes, now their armies are again not the same size, so yowza. I don't know what my uncle will do, but currently I assume that that war is preventing him at least from being doing very nasty things against me, and thus I am okay with it. I am going to put in a mountaineer. Does he have a hill bonus? No, only in mountains. Oh! My other aunt just died, and now my other aunt is my heir-to-be. Which is not a very good heir, to be honest. In fact, pretty poor heir. You know what we could do? The last husband of my mother, and yeah, she had quite a few. Why don't you assemble a mercenary company? Do it. For once we are an empress of 26 years old, that mercenary company might actually earn us a bit of money. And, well, we could attack because our threat level had dropped below 50% and thus only people of the same faith are coming in. Ooh, it also brings in discount. Okay, he doesn't have 5,000 troops anymore. 2,000. Still more than I had anticipated. I hadn't anticipated for him to come in this war. I always forget about him, but for some reason that county has a lot of stuff. But I want Portlandia, I would like to have... Hopefully I can, because it's of the same faith, usurp the title and then tell him, yo, join up with me. He won't like me, but I won't have de jure claims over him, and I just hope he stops being stubborn, and well, I want also raiders to stop, so I want to weaken these guys and every available opportunity. I know I have some money, but I'm not going to, well, do something with that right now. Ooh, do like what is going to happen around about here. Because they are sending 705 men in. We will be able to defeat that. Is this mountain? No, this is forest. So, your skill set doesn't help except for that. Well, that's good enough. Having a skill is better than having no skill. So, there we go. Beat at least one raider group, because I am just fed up with them. And of course we have a bit of the own issue that we created, that we have now on our west border and on our east border people that can raid. Alright. Moving back in. Where are you going? You are, okay, so you are going into, to form up over here somewhere. Yeah, this is not the best of eras. And she dies, I assume it goes back to her being the heir. Let's look at our inheritance. Oh, I was on the right page. I should just only click here. There's nobody else but her now indicated as a possible heir. That's kind of weird. Ooh. Don't mind if a revolt in my country takes care of a few troops of them. And see, I really want to make sure that their troops don't combine. Both are acting like children. Voila! And that gave us Midas touched, and we are known as the lawgiver. For once, not as the cruel or what have you not, but as the lawgiver. But as I don't want armies to combine, I'm going to send this army up north and be ready to deal with this army. Why can I not go here? I can. Thank you. On the 24th of July... Now we can test when we will arrive. 7th of July. Okay, so this army will arrive first. Very good. We will have a... Wait a second. Is this smart? 5th of July you will be in Kitsap. Yeah, let's try this. Hopefully this battle will go away. If it doesn't, kind of screwed us. If this fails, it's all on me. I admit that. You're on a 20... What? That's better. Take down these 705 men. Hold on. Take down these 705 men. When will you attack me? You will arrive at the 21st of July. Alright, we'll move back in. This is interesting. This is who is going to end up first. Seattle, do you have a river crossing to... No, not to Rainier. You're also about to attack me. Will I get out? Then I will be... Oh, he died. Well, that's unfortunate because he was a commander of mine as well, I think. There's no more Duke that really needs to be on the throne, not, or on the council, because we already put the ones as a chance, the ones that need to be, they're like advisors. So the one with the highest diplomacy is you. And get the opinion of us a little better. And we should also lose the adulterous opinion in 2 years, which should be good for us. If we don't get out in time, well, don't mind this at all. I even don't mind this attack. From Seattle into Kikitas. I'm okay with that. Because if we plan it correctly, we will send in reinforcement from behind. Alright. When will you be out of Seattle? On the 26th of August. If I move in, when will you arrive? On the 23rd of August. Alright. Wait 4 days. Alright. Give chase. 26, 28. Oh, I waited 1 day too much. I didn't. Apparently did some wrong calculations over there. Now, he is going to move in to attack me. We don't want that. But let's move this way. 29, 28. I will stop my movement right before he goes to attack me. When that happens, he won't be able to stop anymore. This will be a very close pulse game thingy jigger. No. Yes. I so nearly had that. 15th of September, 12th of September. I wish I had an organizer. Having no organizer is always such a big... you always miss it. Organizers are like godsends. Actually, we can take down these men. I'm positive of that. And we have raiders again. This is the reason why we're only going to attack on the west here. These raiders, it has to stop. It is just boring as annoying as hell. Oh, I thought we would be ahead of that army and then we would be on the winning side, like having no river crossing penalty, but we now do, so we will send in our men. Luckily this is mainly our retinue, so it will actually get a wee bit of reinforcements despite the hits that we will be taking over here. We are winning the battle. If you all could go there, please. Won that battle. Absolutely awesome. This is just some Count probably having his armies over there. He won't move them, so we will just... I have to take out this troop as well. Those raiders. And perhaps a little bit my OCD for wanting to kill all of them. Alright, these 6,000. You can move down. And start to siege. A little bit of maneuvering. And we have to split them up in order to also attack this, because otherwise we won't have enough. To beat these guys, because 1,000 won't be enough. Oh, actually, we're getting more troops in here still. Any more troops going around? Yeah. Quite significantly. I don't know if they will be in time though. When will you be out? On the Novembers? Okay, before we arrive mainly. Good. Because that will help us quite a bit if we don't attack into I don't know how many men. The animal must be hanged. Excellent. We have gained amateur stewardship. Perfect. And this battle won't matter. 7,000 over here. Should be should take note of that. Another group of raiders. Because, you know, there are more people there than... I'm not gonna continue with that thought. As I said, I stopped with I wanted to not do the recording earlier because I was getting I'm getting really pissed off at this. This is just ridiculous. And they just replenish, you know, and more troops than... No. This is just not right. Boom. Just a little too many losses, actually. But this is again probably with me just being, well, if I didn't record I would have waited longer, but I want to give you guys some action as well as that I am, well, annoyed with all these raiders and want to freaking get them on my territory, but unfortunately of course we don't have a claim on the entire kingdom to just say, shoot, that unfortunately won't help. Oh, again, lovely, another war in Washington. Now she has her claim. Oh, and there the Celestial Emperor died. And now he is on the throne, this guy, but he has a claim on it. So we should be very mindful if this guy ever goes in a regency or what have you not. Because then we can attack for our husband's claim. But they are an agnatic primogenitors, so that will cause issues. Where's the 4,000? This over there. I need to go here before this army gets smacked. That's more important than these raiders. I hate to say it, but the raiders have just a few more years free reign. But soon we will frickin' destroy all of them. And they are going to come into me as I am sending in 5,000 reinforcements. Absolutely awesome. Get some commanders in here. Oh. They are a little bit underwhelming, our commanders, aren't they? Alright, this isn't mountains, this is hills unfortunately, so our mountaineer won't give us any aid, but this will aid. On the 13th, wow, that's a long travel time. That's a really long travel time. No wonder they kept on with their attack. This is not going to be an easy defense. But I want to take it. Come on, the 13th of March, we just need a few more days. Plop! There is the rest of the army. And there is the big crush. There's a big crush. 4,000 troops of theirs gone. And 96% in our favor of the war. Combine these and follow these guys. Because if we beat that army one more time, this war will be won. Guaranteed. I didn't check actually who won that battle over there. And probably the revolt because it's 89 in their favor. How are you so fast? How are you so fast? Where are you running to? To there. No, you're running to there? Okay. Just one battle with this 2,000 army and we will win. And then we will turn around and smack up these guys. I hope these revolts will fight one another. Because that would be kind of good. And they should have be hostile to one another, I assume. Yes, they are. Due to conflicting wars for the throne of the Kingdom of Washington. Don't attack. He's going to attack. Well, actually, I don't think there's a river crossing here too. No, he may have a chance here because he has more men. And you need to follow. Alright, he's stopped. Well, let's hope our uncle wins this war so that Washington stays in our family. Because if he loses, then this war is over. Ooh, okay. Apparently another 1,000 family was killed, and I was rather hasty in my decision to hang the man. But, well, normally man all the evil of the world. We cut it away whenever we get the chance. Unless we need some money. Washington is no more in the hands of the fair weathers. Because my uncle constantly attacks raiders, is being attacked by raiders, and he's attacked over rivers. I would have held on to this kingdom, but oh well. And I can't aid him or help him or anything, because I can't do like, offer to join war. Cannot help. C'est impossible. C'est impossible. I can compensate the Duke. I think I have enough money for that to do that, and we'll make them both happy, which is pretty good. Voila! There's, however, our 100%. Booyah! Goodbye! Our land. Time to hit the raiders. Good! Give it a little tick so that we have some vision over here. Thank you very much. So, this title. Cannot usurp the sole primary title of a ruler of another religion who still holds lands within it. He is not of another... They are nowadays of another religion. Wow! And ooh! That I didn't realize. Well, guess I should have paid a little bit more attention. Now about it that they gone Katic. Because these lands on Gaian also still here. Perhaps he will switch towards the local faith, because the local faith is still Gaian. Let's hope for that. She is also now Katic. They were Gaian just one generation ago. We are one generation too late with going for this war. That feels a little silly. And yes, this man we have made into a band, so can't really give him anything. Oh, no, we're all in great houses. Don't care for that. Nor do we care for that. Nor do we care for that. Alright. Bit too old, darling. Sorry. Ah, you are pretty perfect, I must say. Clark? Yeah, Clark seems to be the strongest of these holdings. Grand Landed title. Clark. And everything beneath it. Oh, and we can hold these two counties because we have so much stewardship. Alright, pretty cool. King Paz is no longer Marshal. He is dead. And is a Natic elective anyways. So it went away because a Natic means that women will rule. And from the women it's interesting that, well, he put his lands into Agnatic. So no females of our line will inherit his little county. And thus we are screwed. Oh well. How lovely. Luckily you are somewhat decent, Marshal. So, you are in the council, and it is once again in the hands of the freelance. Alright. Interesting. Elected. So he, well, that's very interesting in a sense. He didn't lose his title in war, now she has to deal with it, so I think this title is going to, like, shift around a few times. Alright, but we are now on the coast here. And we are going to fight more and more and more to get these people away. Ah, but 65%, everything bands together again. That's really unfortunate. Do we not have like a casus belli against him? Ooh. People turn to the Gaian faith. Never find out the oh yeah, we don't have any raised levies. But we do seem to have now a war target on him. And yes, the whole world will be against us, but perhaps we can win it anyways. The forts might be too well defended. Yeah, it's a small little bit of land, but it's well defended. Because, well, for the battles, everybody will band together. All of this will band together against us, and we won't be able to fight that. Forget it. Here, even Ohio, as you saw, is against us. So we won't be able to do that. And with that I say, I thank you for watching, and remember, great peril yields great beauty.